What's going on, guys? I'm coming to you today with an Armada build using MC-30s, and the idea is I wanted to make some really nasty MC-30s, but do them differently than I normally do. So in the past, I've run MC-30s a number of different ways, but recently, since Riken has been changed to only work one time per turn, I had the idea of running two groups of MC-30s, flying them together, and having a strong first player bid. And the idea is one would shoot and then move, and then the other one would stay behind, and you just Riken on that one. But this time I wanted to do MC-30s with a different commander, and MC-30s that could potentially still be really strong, but more survivable, or at least moderately survivable. And using a lot of them is tough because there are only 2 titles for MC-30s, and I was like, well, let's go ahead and run 3 of them, and how can we make them more survivable? So first things first, one is going to get Foresight, one is going to get Admonition, and then the third doesn't get a title, so we're going to give the third one Lando. Lando is pretty helpful for saving lives, and I like him, right? Now, we still can die on these ships, so I'm going to give each of them external racks as well. Not, it's still a newer card, and so I'm having fun with it. But if we're going to have that many black dice, we also are going to want ordnance experts on all 3 of them. So these are going to be really, really hard-hitting ships. We're not going to have special fancy crit stuff on these ships, but that's okay because they're just going to have enough raw damage that it won't matter that much. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make Foresight the more powerful title here because our commander is going to be Mon Mothma. And that's the other thing that's going to really help the MC-30s really shine in this build, because Foresight is now going to be the better title in this case than Admonition. So I will give Admonition Major Derlin to help him stay alive. So these two, the two with the titles, will be the more survivable of the 2, whereas Lando may be the first one to die, but that's okay. It's still survivable. So I've got 3 ships now, and I'm going to add some more. I want to have a lot of activations here. So we're going to go ahead and add a CR90 with Mon Mothma that will kind of stay behind, and we'll make that one have Jaina's light. So this way it can stay behind and still shoot through. Now, I do want some Squadrons also in this build, and I'm going to just run a couple of flotillas for 1 to give me extra activations, and for 2 to activate Squadrons. So this loot puts me up to 349. So we're going to add some Z95s. I'm going to put 4 of those in. You could do more if you want. I'm also going to add a little bit of threat with put a gold squadron in there, which is just a great squadron, and then a regular Y-wing. You could swap this Y-wing for an A-wing if you want. That would put you right up to 400, but I'm going to stop at 399. Not really going for a big initiative bid with this build, although it's very doable. But I could drop maybe a single Z95, and that would give me a fair initiative bid. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but decided I'm just going to go with 399 right here, and just kind of see how that goes. This is kind of a fun testing kind of build. I think these guys will be very survivable between their titles, the crew and Mon Mothma, making those evades far more powerful because they want to get in close, and now they have the ability to survive up close at least a little bit. I mean, they do have an awful lot of shields too. It's a shame I'm not really putting anything on the GR75s, but that's okay. They're still they still serve a purpose, and I have enough squads that even once I start losing a squad, they're still going to have things to activate. But I mean, there's definitely ways to change this around. We could drop a squadron, put some upgrades on the GR75s. I put CommsNet usually, or maybe even slicer tools. Slicer tools, I don't see a lot of people running slicer tools anymore. So a lot of people might not expect that, and so that's the one thing you need to go back and do periodically, is put different upgrades on that nobody's running anymore, because people aren't going to be prepared to counter that. So let's look at objectives. For this one, since all my ships are pretty fast, especially the MC-30s and the CR90, I'm thinking this would be a great opportunity to use Blockade Run. And Blockade Run, for one, would give me the opportunity to score some extra points, and you know, and play a game kind of differently. I don't know if this is really a build that's perfect for it because the GR75s are only speed 3, but you know, I don't necessarily have to have them run. I can have them just turn around. I think Blockade Run would be a really good objective to run if I had a couple of ECX 100s and just using relay and keeping, you know, some of my command ships on the far side of the board, saying you'll never be able to get to me, so I'll just, you know, do that. But that's not what I'm running here. So Blockade Run would be a kind of a fun one. I think I have the speed to take advantage of that. Now, for our yellow, in this case, I'm just going to go with Planetary Ion Cannon. It's just a good kind of all-around objective to get some more damage in, and especially if I'm able to get these guys in close range, maybe I want to take down some of their shields first before the black dice start rolling. And in this case, for the blue, I'm going to choose Salvage Run because this is one of those objectives that brings out dust clouds, and that's one thing that can really help, you know, ships that are not that survivable or ships that are a little fragile, especially if I'm going up against a Star Destroyer or other really strong long-range ships. Since I don't have much long-range firepower in this build, I can potentially use some of those dust clouds to keep me safe as I make the approach to get into close range. So I'm thinking dust clouds are going to be good for a build like this. So this is the build. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here on the sheet for you, and there we go. It's got 5 activations. No, I'm sorry. It's got 6 activations. Counting is a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but 2 of them are just the GR75. So, yeah, 6 activations is pretty strong, and you'll probably be able to make sure you can go last. Probably not going to be first player here, but if you want to change it around a little bit, you can totally do that. Dropping a single Z95 would do it easily. You'd probably be first player that way. All right, guys, that's it. Came to you with a quick Armada build today, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Make sure you are clicking the little bell for alerts so you can be notified whenever new stuff comes out. And we recently made some changes over at Crabbok.com, so check out the website. I got a new section or 2 up there, and also going to be covering Legion more as more information becomes available about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.